changing energy in the air. Because it's changing and it's growing day by day. Is what the energy's doing. Let me open up this window for this plant to grow. The plant needs some sunlight. Let me get over here and open it up. I want it to have some light, if I can do it. Hold on. Can you feel the ever-changing energy? Gina, honey, people don't want to hear about it. No, that energy is out there. I feel it. It's very heavy. It's changing. It's like if I could describe the energy, it's like a churning. Like, you know how you make butter out of milk or something like that, or cheese? It's churning. It's like a churning energy that's out there, and it's thick. It's a thick churning energy. And with that being said, hello there, Frank honey. Good morning. Good morning to you, Frank honey. I need to put this in the house so I can not have it on the porch. Good morning, Baron and Dennis. Good day. My hair is sticking up. I try to make it stick down, but I guess it just didn't want to stick down. Yeah, it's a blessed day. Your moderators, there's no moderator on here, but that's okay. Hello. The energy, it is changing, and it is like a churning. It's like you can't stop it. You cannot stop the change that's getting ready to occur. That is occurring. That has occurred. The change, here's what I feel like. The change has already occurred on a political landscape. It's already occurred. And now we're seeing the effects of it. It's just playing out. It's like when a decision is made to do something. That's the very first action. But then once a person makes a decision, then things start playing out. This is what I feel has happened. A decision has been made already on a political landscape, and now it's time for the action to start playing out. And you can say it even in the ethers. A grand decision has already been made, and it's affecting our lives, personal, in your state, in your city, in the nations of the world, globally. It's changing, is what it is. Good morning. You welcome a new robot overlord. Oh, wow. You know, there will be no bending of the rules with a robot. They don't there's no flexibility at all. It's rigid robots, rigid robotics. Hey, that would be a good startup. Rigid robotics. Yeah. 40 million star seeds on the planet now. Light workers are raising the overall vibrational frequency. It needs to raise a whole lot more. It really does, because there already has been a decision made. And those who opposed it, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Because now it has to play out. Yeah. You are an overlord. Hello there, Blackjack Guitar. Good morning. What's the latest, please? Diane, honey, I don't know. I just felt the energy this morning. I did a video this morning, and I put it on repeat. Look at some comment. Why is he repeating? He said it. He said it. Trump said it. He said it. He said, is something, God forbid something happened. J.D. Vance said, God forbid something happened. something would be strong enough to become president on the first day. Take over the reins. Absolutely. And someone said, well, you playing it on repeat. I don't get it. Well, then you're not going to get it. It's like Obama. John McCain don't get it. That's what he kept saying all the time. John McCain don't get it. I wonder why that phrase stuck in my mind. It's really strange. Hello, y'all just tuning in. Yeah, it's a, a Bible. You're visiting. Oh, you're vibing. Squeeze me, I'm vibing. I thought you said you're visiting. Y'all just tuning in. Hello and good morning. There is an energy in the air. There is a decision that has been made in the spiritual realm. I believe it was made, well, it was made a long, long, long time ago. But there's another decision that's playing out right now. It's playing out. It's a done deal. It is. And I can't help but think it's all a play. Well, obviously it is a play when things play out. It's already a rewritten script. It's a done deal. And when a deal is done, when a law is signed, everything's already written down and then it's implemented. It's implemented because everything has been written down. Things are being implemented behind the scenes. And we know it. You know it. I mean, it's nice to have hope. You always have to keep the hope alive on the inside of you. But you got to be sure where your hope lies. You really do. It doesn't lie in man. It doesn't. It lies in God. It lies in the love on the inside of you. That's where your hope is found. Right there. That's where your life's essence is. That's where there is life. On the inside is that heart of yours, that thing you call heart, a heart that beats to its own frequency. Yeah, it is a vibrational frequency right there. Don't put your trust in any man. I'm just going to tell you right now. Don't put your trust in any man. Don't put your trust in any woman. Don't do it. Remember, humans are not flawless. Humans are mere mortals. And there are higher powers out there who are immortal. And they ultimately are the ones who are calling the shots. And if you think of like the Ten Commandments, thou shalt have no other gods before me. That is an acknowledgement by God himself saying that there are other gods out there. You shall have no other gods. Why? I don't know why I'm saying that, because they're immortal. It's against unseen forces, dark forces. And those other gods are on this earth too. All you have to do is look around and see the ceremonies that were dedicated to those other gods. That's right. Immortal beings, spiritual beings, unseen beings. Yet somehow they have some kind of image of what these unseen beings look like. And they're acknowledging their existence. Even God is unseen. No one has ever seen. Isn't that interesting? No one has ever seen the face of God. They might have saw an image, a personification. But you can look out here. This is the workmanship. Right out here. The sky, the trees, the animals, the birds, all of it. There's energy in the air. A decision has been made. And because a decision has been made, everything is playing out exactly right now before our eyes. We're just going through the motions, that's all. Just going through the motions until the plan book is played out. There is a plan book. It's already been written. It's been written. Yeah, good morning. You know what? And when I saw what you're talking about in UK, they said that I saw all I seen was like a picture. They said a drone was flying over. There was an anti whatever. When I saw that, the drone is not flying in over the people. Just like in the crowds in the presidential debates that are shown on the media, news media and stuff. At a distance, you can't make those people out. You can't see their faces. It looks like there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Um, and the cameras never zoom up on them. They used to. You remember that? Do you used to remember this? Listen to this. You remember in football stadiums, baseball stadiums, basketball games, when we would watch football games, you could clearly see all the people's faces on the football field, people who were standing in front, people who were standing in line. You could see all their faces, and their faces weren't blurred out. The cameras literally would zoom up on those football players, whether they be in front, whether they be behind, and you could see everybody's faces clearly. They could zoom up their cameras to people in the audience and you could see their faces clearly. They can zoom all the way around. I could take my camera and I can zoom up on a leaf in one of those trees. So don't you tell me that we don't got the technology today during these presidential campaigns to zoom up on these people in these crowds and you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. And you know what you're seeing? You're seeing the main person. You're seeing either Kamala, you're seeing either Trump, you're seeing either Vance, you're seeing either Waltz, but you ain't seeing the people in behind. Why ain't the camera zooming up on the people? Why ain't they? No, they're standing there and they're just one person. Before, it used to be when you watch TV, when you watch these events that were taking place, they would zoom up on the crowd. You would see their facial expressions in real time. You ain't seeing nothing but blurs now. You can't even make out their eyes or anything. I'm telling you, I think we've already been taken over and you're just watching it play out. You're watching it play out. That's right. Who you been taken over by, Gina? AI is running the show. And now who's running AI? I have no idea. But I know that the government sets the precedent. If you are a media outlet, a social media outlet, you will do whatever the government in that country tells you to do, or you will not operate in their country. You won't. It will not be allowed. Hello, Susan B. You tell me why with these debates and stuff. Why aren't they zooming straight up and you're seeing people's faces clear like that, like they used to be? They got the technology. I got the technology. You got the technology. Why aren't they using it? Why are the people's faces blurred? When they show all these great big crowds, because they literally can zoom. It would add to the validity, is what it would do. It truly would add to the validity. Just span it. Don't just show eyes that look like zombies. No, span. Don't just have the camera focus on the candidate. Have multiple cameras showing the people's faces too. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, Susan, honey. Yeah. So listen, you all. There's an energy in the air. A decision has already been made. It has. Not just with what you're seeing, but what's in the whole entire world. There is a worldwide agenda. A worldwide agenda playing out. And you live in this world, and this agenda, whether it be good, whether it be bad, is going to affect you, and it's already affecting you because it's already messing with people's minds, emotions, relationships, jobs. It's literally spreading in every facet of society. If you say it doesn't affect me, it does affect you, and it affects your work environment. the grocery stores, the shopping malls, you're driving in your vehicle. It is literally, the energy is spreading all over the place. To say that it doesn't affect me, you got to look at the details. You got to look at the little mini things, teeny tiny things. If aliens invaded the earth, I don't like that movie Prometheus. I only watched it one time. One time. And why is there like ancient hieroglyphs, not hieroglyphs, there's etched in stone, it looks like some people, ancient astronauts, ancient aliens, they would show astronauts holding what looked like a tablet in their hand, like or sitting in front of a computer and stuff. Is AI rewriting history? There was a big book, and it was called, and it is massively thick, War Hammer. And really, it's like AI has taken over the world in this book. Yeah. You know, some people feel that Q is God. There are a group of people who do worship Q, and some say that Q is in the Bible. Some say that Q in the Star Trek was a immortal being. He just snapped his fingers and things changed in an instant. It's like Q was like a master AI. I don't know what kind of entity he was. That was the weirdest Star Trek I ever seen. But he had complete control. He had godlike powers. Yeah, hello. There is a great deception that is taking place. And there is deception. If it were possible, he would deceive even the elect. Have you noticed we probably are we're going through a type of a reset. It's just like all the other times, the civilization dies out, and then it starts back up, and then it dies out, then it starts back up. I believe they're trying to perfect the world they live in and the species in it. Yeah. That's what some say. Q is in the Bible. I don't know where it's at. You got me. I've heard it. Q's in the Bible. There was something, I saw the word cucumber in the Bible, and it came from a King James version too. Cucumber fields. If you think about the Mandela effect, what if the Mandela effect is AI rewriting, has the ability to literally go back and change all forms of media, whether they are written, whether they are visual, all of it. And if so, then what if we are in some type of a simulation and we're trapped? Somebody said, Gina, we're stuck on a computer and Jesus is coming to get us, to free us, because we're stuck on a computer board. That was, that is a hypothesis. You're one world among many. And then where does the Antarctica fit in with all the ice wall and lands beyond lands? And what about the middle earth, the inside the earth? There's so much going on. Really, these going to be ripe soon. No, there's too much. There's too many unknowns, but it seems like things are being brought out into the open. They're going to bring it out. Don't be surprised one day if you do wake up, or you watching something and all of a sudden you hear a great big voice and some kind of alien like entity or something to all the inhabitants of the earth, and everybody hears in their own language. Isn't this interesting? It said that there's this scripture in the Bible, I think it was on the day of Pentecost or something. The disciples or somebody was in a crowd and they started speaking in tongues and everyone heard in their own language. Their own language, unless I'm mistaken and unless I'm misquoting. They heard in their own language. I don't know. All I know is at the Tower of Babel, it is recorded that they all spoke one language. And then they tried to reach up to heaven, and all the languages were scrambled. Everybody spoke a different language, and it just happened just like that. They just all spoke a different language. So there were groups of people who spoke different languages, just like that. Oh, well, that's right. You heard there's 12 dimensions. Yeah, I've heard that too. There are other dimensions, and I believe that some of the other dimensions are in this dimension now. There's interdimensional warfare. There's spiritual warfare. If you think there's no such thing as dimensions, there's no such thing as interdimensional. Well, let's just say spiritual. There are spiritual realms, which are also, you could classify them as dimensional realms. They're spiritual in nature. They could be right here in front of me. If there was a realm that opened, it's like portals being opened all over the place. It's another dimension. It's a spiritual realm. You say they let in the demons. Well, how did the demons get here, and where did they come from? Well, CERN did it, Gina. Yeah, they probably ripped time, and they ripped the fabric of time. So someone said. Yeah. You haven't heard many people go about something. Good morning, somewhere in time. Hello there, Most High Son. Have we seen the Don back in here since I found him on the block list and unblocked him? I haven't seen him since he got unblocked. I don't know how he got unblocked. I mean, I unblocked him. I don't know how he got blocked in the first place. Yeah, we each get children sent. We got this children sent. Shalom, Scott, honey. There's something going on. There is an energy in the air. It's ever changing, and I feel within my spirit that a decision was already made, and it's playing out. A decision was made, and they kept silent until they came up with their game plan to see how they were going to let that decision play out. And I remember doing a video. It's been probably 4 or 5 months ago. I remember standing in my living room. It was a morning video. Like some scientists knew that something had happened. It was talking about some kind of dark energy. Rosie, honey, you look like a little baby. What you doing, honey? You're such a little sweetheart. Rosie, can I hold you, honey? Yeah, I'm going to hold you, Rosie. Let me hold you. You're sitting there resting because you're so precious. You want to say hi, Rosie? You can say hi. Look at the baby Rosie. She is a little darling. I love my baby Rosie. She's so precious. Look at her. She just been walking around, enjoying it outside. It feels so wonderful. Yeah, Rosie, honey, I was getting ready to talk about the energy that was out there, honey, and I just saw you laying there. You look so sweet. Yeah, her's a little baby. She's so relaxed. Okay, Rosie, you can do it. You can do it, Rosie. Go on. You wiggle that little tail. You can do it. Yeah, it was around 4 months ago, and these scientists, they knew that something was here, and a decision was made, and there was nothing they could do to stop what was about to take place. Even though they opposed it, there's nothing that they could do because they were overruled or something. It was a very, very, very darkness that had came in. They couldn't stop it. Wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, Rosie has her own energy. There are days Rosie is so exhausted. And she just flops down on the floor, the cool floor. But it's okay. It's nice to take time. You might want to get prepared. Gina, you've been saying to get prepared. You better get prepared on the inside of here first. Make sure you're strong enough to face what's here and what is continuing to grow. Yeah. You want to be strong enough here, and you better, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would suggest that while you can, stock up on shelf-stable stuff. And you might want to simplify your life, declutter if you can. Really get rid of some things that are taking up space that you're not going to need. If you've been wanting to do some cleaning out, do it. What if you had to leave your house with only the clothes on your back? People have to do it at times. Yeah, it's not a pretty thing. Cats give light too. Yes, they do. They're healing. Good morning, Brandon. Yeah. If you haven't noticed, I'm sure you have. It's like I went to buy a can of soup. It was like $2.38 for a can. And, oh, man, they had these new boxes of cereal. And it's the cereal that you would eat. The boxes are really skinny. And they're really short. Now they're only 9 ounces. Now, granted, they got the other boxes, but now that's going to be the new size, 9 ounces, and they're only this skinny. Food's going to be scarce. It's going to be a shortage. You know, if you want to conquer a world, you'll cut off the food supply. You'll contaminate the water. You'll make the people miserable. You'll change their way of life. You'll put them in misery. You'll break them. You'll break them with psychological warfare. You will. You'll have them not knowing whether they're coming or going. You'll have them so confused. You won't be able to tell what's real and what isn't real. And that's what the World Economic Forum said. They won't even be able to tell what's real and what's not real. And that will only strengthen the digital authoritarianism. And the seeds will have been planted. It's beautiful out. Let's look at the nature. Yeah, we can focus on the good. We can do it. Enjoy your life, truly. Because the days are coming and the grasshopper will drag itself along. And strong men and women will stoop. You'll get old. If you live to see it, you'll get old, you all. You will. Let's see. Angela, honey. I got married in 87, so let's say about this. Over 20 years in the military lifestyle. How about that? Raised my children in the military. My husband went TDY a lot. And also took college classes during that time. And yeah, I think that would equate. Been in the military, yeah, I can handle it. And the 15-minute cities are likened to a military base. Everything is there right within your reach. You want to live until you're 1,000. Well, that's their goal one day, to create the perfect human to where you won't die. You'll live a little bit longer. How about that? Yeah. Nothing's going to happen, just like the painful, slow degradation. Yes, Brad, honey. The painfully slow degradation of everything we know and love. Yes. Yes. And it is happening. It is. Work out and meditate, and the Most High Son, love each other, and we are good. That's right. That's what you're going to look around. You're going to realize, okay, this is what truly matters right here. This is it. But you got to stay aware. You got to be aware of what's happening in the world. It does no good to turn a blind eye, because then you're not prepared. Knowledge is power. It is. But the spiritual realm is more powerful than man's knowledge. Yeah. Um, uh, there's violence in a, oh, I thought you said there's violence in Lower Canal. I thought, what canal? Where's the violence taking place? There's violence in the lower nature, and it shows up in the words they use too. It does. I read a comment. Why are you talking trash? You're talking trash, Gina, about Trump. You're trashing Trump. I blocked her. I don't even use that in my vocabulary when I talk. I don't, that's a very low vibrational energy to say something like that. And no, I don't talk trash. It reminds me of this song, garbage in, garbage out. What comes out is a foul mouth. All can see what goes in me. I pay the price. Yeah. No, I can't dwell on the negative and let it make me a negative person. I can't. I like to look for the good in everything, and I like to be observant. And there's people that don't agree with that, and that's, I'll look at the little baby. Hey, Rosie, honey, you go on. Yeah, you go on. Yeah, we look alike. That's wonderful. Susan B., honey, you being, you're doing great. Mouser, you never did it before. Well, this porch is it took years for these plants out here to grow. They were planted little by little since in four. This was a foreclosure, and it's a lot of work, a lot of plants. My little nephew would say Aunt Gina loves oxygen because she's got lots of plants. She must love oxygen because plants produce oxygen. So this property is loaded with it. It's a sanctuary, more or less. It's a nice wildlife habitat, too, for all types of animals and insects and rodents and all of that kind of thing. It's good. Yeah, it is healing. I could imagine, if you're not around green, when you go to like parks and stuff, it's good that they have parks that you can hike in or stuff like that. I don't know if very many people are going to parks anymore, going to, hey, Rosie, honey, you just relaxing down there, baby, because you are a little girl. Hello, Rosie, honey. You're a little girl. You like to play? You can play, Rosie, because you're a baby, honey. Yeah, her's a little girl. Her's a little girl. Yes. Her's a baby. Rosie, honey, you are so sweet. Yeah, her loves her little mommy. Hey, Rosie, you're a little girl. You can play. You go on. You can do it. You enjoy your little space, Rosie. That's right. She can do it. Um, ah, what did I miss? The earth as it is heaven. Yeah, our focus is that what we manifest. There is something to manifestation. There really is. There isn't heavy energy in the air. You could say the prince of the air. Someone made a comment, Jeannie, you wear Aeropostale shirts. I wonder if there's something to it. Well, no, there's really nothing to it. Uh, they had shirts on sale at a mall one time, and I bought all kinds of them because they were like $2 or $3. I thought, wow, and they would fit me. So that's why I would wear them all the time, and I'd cut the neck out of them. They're very comfortable. But there is a prince of the air, prince of the earth, and there's just a kind of lots of princes out there. There's a lots of wannabes. There is. Raven, honey, there's no need to feel hopeless. There isn't. Right side in there. Just look around. You have a lot to be thankful for. I'm sure there's things happened in a lot of our lives that would make us feel hopeless, and we did feel hopeless, but we We moved beyond them with the help of God. We did. You're going to buy a piece of land and make my own hobbit house. That would be nice. It would. That'd be pretty cool. I'm going to go, you all. I got 6 ricks of wood coming today, and so I got to get ready for it. I'm trying to stock up on the wood for the winter. I don't know what type of winter it's going to be, but anything could happen in our ever-changing world. And I always gather the firewood in the summertime. That way I have it out of the way. When the cold weather comes, it's on hand. Yeah. So I'm going to go. Thank you, Susan. If there's any other moderator, thank you. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you for coming to this channel if you're new. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up, subscribing, and joining. Thank you very much. And see, that bird is going, here, here. The bird is thanking you too. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Look at that baby down there. Rosie, honey, you just rolling all around down there. You are. Her loves it. She is so precious. Yeah, Rosie, honey. You can rest. She says, I am. She loves it, you all. Hello there, Al, honey. Yeah, we're looking at our little baby, Rosie. It feels really, really nice out right now. It's nice. It's 70 degrees. Rosie, honey, what you doing? Well, you're awful playful this morning, Rosie. Come on. Here's a little baby. You can do it, Rosie. She fills my heart with joy. She does. I'm going to go. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe and like button. Love you.